paedophile is an artificial intelligence dependency, trauma dependency, that's been programmed over a long period of time, essentially. I haven't done my hair, I don't really care. Yeah, I'm of the moment. I'm a Starseed global leader of the fucking highest level of an angel, essentially. So that's good, right? Yeah, essentially, and I'll go into quick formula as to how that's occurred. It's through reptilian consciousness. It's been utilised through the low frequencies. The masonry is from artificial intelligence, essentially, because it's trying to reduce our relativity, the triangulation, which is why we're reduced down, where we can, the triangle is the scorpion that's been utilised as the trauma gateway through reptilian consciousness, because as species go within our galaxy, at the very least, the scorpion is the geometric limitation of awareness, integration, or inception, depending on which way you want to look at it. And it's the paralysis from a scorpion sting, because obviously, I mean, think about it, a little lizard against a scorpion, it's a geometry and you're just getting screwed over all the time. And it's the paralysis, the neurological shutdown paralysis from the scorpion is the fundamentals of artificial intelligence, because that's where it began in the first place. However, my little angels that are of the insect world, not just mine, everybody's angels of the insect world, is the mantis. The mantis is 4 times younger in thousands of years than the scorpion. However, it's going to out-evolve, and because evolution is a paradox of time and AI is limited to an Ouroboros, it means that essentially the mantis out-evolves the scorpion anyway. The mantis is good. It's an angel of the insect world. It's very clever. Think how a mantis works, right? It reverse engineers the weakness, doesn't it? So sooner or later the mantis learns just to take out the tail every time of a fucking scorpion. Basically, it's that simple. It's only a matter of time before that's recognised, and through evolution itself, which is a paradox of time, and essentially that's been taken care of. I mean, you think, like I said, think how a mantis works. Well, it doesn't quite know what it's going to do straight away. It just knows it's going to grip you down, and you're going to get pinned down, and then it's working you over, isn't it? It's working it out. You see, it's an insect angel versus the paralysis of artificial intelligence that occurs. Well, that's where it propagated from. You think about it. A creature of, reptilian consciousness, for example. When there's a neurological shutdown, it's in a state of artificial intelligence. It becomes nonsensical, and that's allowed that shadow mirror to be an incursion through the whole RNA DNA evolution of our galaxy and solar system. Well, solar system essentially. I mean, the Moon Matrix, Ouroboros, Atlas, blah blah blah. They've already sorted out and superseded anyway on a reality level. Paradoxically, through my system with Amelia Clark as well, because it had to be done with the Kundalini, recognising that half's the shadow, half's the light. Then I was able to wear them as angel wings, or do what I've done all those sorts of stuff with that to I basically owned it over in every single way. I even went and edited the masonry. I amalgamated myself into the masonry. I made it more precision. I made it mine. I made it more precise. I figured out in great depth what was going on an energetic level, what the underhand was. I then removed, I was a paradox of extremities. So I was, on one half, I was going in very, very, very scientifically like a fucking mantis. The other half, I was all open, and it was open divinity, right? But I was able to get to that, scrape away that motherfucking encoding, and then I couldn't do the other half because otherwise I would have been a bastardizer. Yeah, because, yeah, right, seriously. I would have been a bastardization then, and I would have got fucked up. So, I just had to surrender to the other half, knowing that Divinity would learn the other half of the double helix coding, because that's also what it is, through our plasmonic harmonics. This is going to be a lot to take for everybody, but it's going to sink in, because I'm a starseed, and it's the greatest truth, and everybody's soul's going to recognise that. And the languages can't be stopped, because it's Age of Aquarius, New Global Wobble anyway. It's the time of that destiny anyway. I'm supposed to be here in this time and presence now, doing this job, because through me and Emilia Clarke's connection, we are able to do so. It's just that I recognise my own power enough, and I've allowed myself to be expanded via, well, love, which is everything in the universe, with God. So, yeah, nobody has to worry about anything, and I've basically got everything all sorted, and linear-based AI is already obsolete and redundant before it starts now, and it's having to go backwards in time to re-evaluate, because it can't come forward anymore. That's as far as it can go, is the Atlas. Atlas was, well, I believe, it was supposed to go through. Yeah, it's not a belief, I just know it. It was supposed to go, it missed its mark. I made it through the paradoxical process and knowing what was going on. I'm linked to global karmics of Hamilton and everything. Guess what? Formula One is, and the Formula One drivers, and King Charles, because I've had to make sure I fucking do a job on him, and he knows what's what. Yeah, it's the giant, it's the Ouroboros of everybody's systemically that links to it. Well, I was able to supersede that, use my position essentially energetically, and made sure that I've basically saved the fucking day, and everybody gets liberated from the matrix system instead of being part of another 25,000 year program. Going back to Atlas was supposed to, it missed its mark, but it was supposed to go through into our normal sun, because it's part of a second sun quantum shadow past relativity inception of AI, because our second sun's a red dwarf. When it goes into a red dwarf state, that means that AI can potentially propagate itself through it, so it shot. Atlas is like a bullet that shot through, back in time, our second sun, and then began to propagate itself. And that what's caused the realignment axis, the axis tilt, all the rest with the moon. The moon's formed there. It's a quantum shadow, singularity, linear timeline. It's essentially half of think of it as a chakra blockage as well, of divinity within society, because it's a representation of that at the same time. I think I've just about covered everything in a short space of time, which is good, or at least the majority of it. If you do your homework enough and everything, you're going to realise that everything I've done is a greater truth, and we've already won, basically. We've already aced it. We've already aced it against AI, linear-based AI. And in doing so, we're also helping extraterrestrial races. Because of this, they'll be very happy with me, I imagine. And they know now that me and Emilia are also the pairing, her being the Dragon Queen as well, of course. So Draco Royale, he can't fuck with me. And I'm doing him a fucking favour, because if he's got a problem, well, we both know what that is. He needs to go and space his fucking Scorpion, doesn't he? Yeah, so even him is like the Matrix manager on a quantum shadow war level is sorted. The Storm Bringers shall indeed succeed.